My son's home got washed away in a flood, and his entire family almost died because of my wife. 2 days ago there was a horrible flood that washed away my son's home. He called me, concerned for the well-being of his husband and kids. They were staying in their neighbor's home, but the neighbors were about to evacuate and stay with family a few hours away. My son asked if he could stay in my home until the storm passes. I told him of course. I wasn't home at the time because I was, and still am, on a business trip out of state. But my wife was home and I notified her that our son and his family were headed over to stay there. She didn't say anything except, okay. At that point the floods took out the power line and I was unable to communicate with any of them until today. My son called me, furious, saying my wife and I will never be allowed to see his family ever again after what happened. I asked him if he was okay, and what had happened. He told me that right after I called was when the power went out. He got his family into the car and they got to my house right before the floods caught up. When they got there, they banged on my door for a while, before my wife finally answered through the Ring camera that they needed to leave. My son told her that I had told them they could stay there during the hurricane, and to please let them in. She asked if his blasphemous husband was with him, and when he said yes, but our kids are here too, she told him they weren't allowed to enter her house that worships God. Our son got married to his husband over a decade ago, and has 2 adopted children. My wife was always against this, and made her opinion clear. I disagree with her, and just want our son to be happy. The biggest issue this has caused up till now, was that she refused to be around when our son's husband is around, as she blames him for our son becoming gay. But I never thought she would take it so far as to refuse safety for our son and his family during a natural disaster. After she refused to open the door, they left, and tried to see if they could still make the evacuation. Only once they got to the route, it had been flooded and actually washed their car away. They were carried over a mile away before the car got stuck between 2 trees. Thankfully, there was a group of people that lived in the area and owned boats. They were going around, searching for survivors, and came across my son's car. They helped them out, and brought them to their friend's home where there were already quite a few people staying. According to my son, they turned it into a hurricane party, and they were incredibly lucky to have been found by such kind people. I told him over the phone I had no idea my wife would turn them away, and that I was incredibly grateful they were safe. My son told me that wasn't good enough and he was done with his mother's bull completely. They could have died because she turned them away. I told him I was grateful he still called, and he said he knew that I cared, but that was the last phone call I would probably ever get from him. Then hung up. I'm flying home tomorrow, assuming the weather conditions clear up, and I don't even know what to say to my wife. The service in my neighborhood is gone, so I haven't heard from her, but at this point I am so angry I'm not even worried. She could have gotten our son's family killed. I'm disgusted by her actions, and I feel as if this is the final straw in our marriage.